And so it comes to a close for now. Now, when I was preparing myself for the season finale of this series, right when I was ready to think, oh man, I wonder when season 2 is going to come out, just like that, a movie confirmation just landed on Twitter. Like, wow. And I wasn't surprised because this is Studio Ufotable. They've always do continuations to their stuff, especially if it's really successful. They never really end anything incomplete, unless it's based off an actual video game, such as God Eater or something like that. It's a possibility they could pick up God Eater again, but it's not about God Eater. It's about Demon Slayer. Now, some will have its complaints about the season finale, saying how it was very anticlimactic, it wasn't really that hype. But in a way, in my opinion, I did feel that way at first until I thought about it for a while. This might be for the best, in my opinion, like not leave on such a climax because it's going to be a continuation, so the journey goes on. I didn't feel like they really needed an actual big climactic season finale in order for people to feel satisfied. As long as you know the journey's going to continue on and there'll be more adventures ahead, I'd say bring it on. I'll be more happy with that than some big climactic season finale. Then there's no word of another season in sight. That's just my opinion. But then again, there's been a lot of series that have been going on this season where it's been ending very anticlimactic, and you don't know if there's going to be another season or not. For instance, Maho-sama Retry. It ended on a very anticlimactic season finale, but then it seemed like it says to be continue, but that don't mean it's going to get another season. The ones within ended on a very anticlimactic ending, and still no sign of a to be continue or not. We don't know. It's very hard for sometimes for these series, and as I said in my last video, where most anime don't get another season. If they do, sometimes it'll be years ahead. Where in America, or the show sucks or it's really good, most of the times it's guaranteed another season the next following year. Because we have a certain pattern of how we do our shows. Now, with that being said, let's get into the actual episode. With Muzan wiping out the remaining lower class demons, he said he had no use for you. When Rui got killed, he realized, what's the point of the others? He was stronger than all of you, in a way. So, clearly, there was no point keeping any of you. And they did have some very interesting features, but they weren't strong enough. And he did bring up a very interesting point. How the upper class, the upper ones, were able to stay unchanged for God knows how long. And also kill some higher level demon slayers, but the lower half would constantly change all the time and get killed even by people who aren't from the higher class of demon slayers. So you're like, what's the point of you? Might as well cut off the slack, There's no point in keeping that excess fat because it's not helping anything. It's not benefiting whatsoever. However, these kind of guys like to have a certain test to see how people respond, how they react. He doesn't want you to fear, he doesn't want you to suck up. He just wants to know that you're in complete blind faith loyalty to him, or you're even honored to even die by him. That's the kind of guy he is. Like, he don't care if you fear him. He cares if you are completely in blind faith, like a cult follower. That's how Muzan is. But the fact that Muzan is so careful, he really, even more I get to see of Muzan, the more I see Kira within him. Kira from JoJo, Diamonds Unbreakable. Where he's this man who feels like he can do anything. He's unstoppable, but he likes to stay within the background and live his normal, happy life while still being in charge of things. That's the kind of guy he is. For instance, if you know JoJo, Kira, he was a dude who was capable of being in first place in top of his class in anything, but he chose not to, so he can stay in the background. So he'll go for third place most of the times, even though he could easily win first place all the time. But he was just that kind of sociopath or psychopath. Women will call him psychopath, definitely psychopath. And Muzan has the same kind of vibe. He even changed his appearance, where he looks more like a female, to the point where even his own minions didn't recognize who he was. And I gotta say, that opening scene with how the CGI effects with the entire dimension, it was just breathtaking. You expect no less from Ufotable in their unlimited budget works. Just seeing that was amazing, man. It just, it wasn't even really a fight scene. It was so amazing. Then he kind of goes a little Tokyo Ghoul on them, where he started extending his arm, and it's disgusting, like parasite thing. It reminded me what Kaneki did towards the end of Tokyo Ghoul in a way, and it was just like, kind of gross and disgusting, but yet cool at the same time. I guess even as a child, some of us like gross things and still see them as cool, no matter how gross they can be. But anyways, only one survived. It was the Cuckoo Bananas one, the one that was the blind faith, the one who was just happy to see people in agony and was honored to be the last one to die by him, and that's all that mattered to them. So he gave them some of their blood, and now he has a mission to kill Tanjiro and the others. Will he succeed? We'll see. Only time will tell. Now let's go talk about Tanjiro. Tanjiro and the gang are on to their next mission, and that's with the Infinite Train. Not the Infinity Train, the Infinite Train. By the way, you should watch Infinity Train, by the way. It's 10 episodes long. It's definitely a must watch, in my opinion. Good cartoon. Now, Tanjiro, being the shonen main character he is sweet, charming, and he is completely dense. So he don't know the words he leaves behind can easily strike the hearts of me young maidens. For instance, one of the assistants within the Butterfly Mansion, Aoi, was actually, took the selection test herself and even passed, but barely. But she still passed nonetheless. That's so impressive. But she was scared to the point where she didn't want to fight no more. Just became an assistant. But Tanjiro said, well, true, but in a way, you helped out a way. You are now a person that helps people with R&R. In a way, when people are trying to get back on their feet, she's there to help them train. Help them to relax and also gain some new skills. So in a way, she found her own purpose. So she wasn't capable of slaying demons because she was scared, but she found it to be useful in another way. So she sees herself as a cowardly kind of person, which it's okay to be scared of things. If you can't do something, you can't do it. But at least she put her use into something else instead. So those words, in a way, touched her heart. And as you can see, she was completely swooned. And finally, the one we were all waiting for, Kano, the silent girl, the girl who decides everything by the flip of a coin. Tanjiro says, there's no need for that. It's time for you to start deciding for yourself. So what he did was every smooth shonen protagonist does. He sweeps them off their feet by taking the coin and showing you destiny's in your hands. He flips the coin in his heads. And of course, his words affected her little heart. That's all you can say about it. And then towards the end, when you see the train, of course you can see who has the bigger brains out of the three trio of our heroes, and that is Zenitsu. Calls Zenitsu a coward, but he has the most common sense and is probably the smartest among the three. Tanjiro probably has the skill, and Inosuke only has the strength, but when it comes to the brains, it's definitely Zenitsu. He also has the modern catch-up. But then I also thought about this, as a certain revelation came up to me, where that pretty much most city folks don't know nothing about the demon slayers, or the existence of demons. That's pretty scary. I guess demons don't attack city areas, which if you ask me, that would be a perfect place to attack. Attacking city areas. First of all, you can blend in with the crowd, kill people in secret, and then at the same time, these demon slayers will have a hard time catching you because they're not officially recognized by the government there. Therefore, they're vigilantes. So if you see these people in action, most of the times they're going to be tried to stop by the police. there has to be something going on. I guess demons prefer to attack small areas with villages and forests and mountains. If you ask me, them city places I'll be hooking up. I'll even make a name for myself, being some type of killer or something, the blood taker or something like that. That's just my idea, anyways. So they ended on going on the train because apparently over 40 people have been missing so far from the train, which is crazy. And the police haven't been doing nothing about it. So they're about to find out the mystery of the train. Last time I had a good train mystery on an anime, it was Bakuno, which is one of my most favorite anime of all time. So I'm actually looking forward to this. So I don't know if the train arc is going to be put into a movie or they're going to do something else. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do because, this is great. Among the three big anime that put it up, because Hero Academia always has a spot in the next big three. And now the remaining is what the other two are. But I definitely think that Demon Slayer definitely earned a slot in one of the big three because it's amazing. It even was trending worldwide and everything. So it definitely earned a spot. Now, who will be the third? Will it be Fire Force? Will it be Dr. Stone? Fire Force is being animated by Data Productions, so it might be able to have a continuation in a little while because Data Productions is known to actually finish off anime and do very well adapt in good animation. Not sure about Dr. Stone, but a lot of people have been talking about that, but not clearly enough because it hasn't been a spotlight too much like Fire Force is. Even if you could say that controversy is pretty bad, but for no good reason, it's still there. So I like to see where that goes. So anyways, that's all I got. It's been one heck of a ride. It definitely succeeded to my expectations with art, animation, and pasting of the story. Many people can rarely say that the anime is better than the manga. But in my opinion, the anime is definitely better than the manga. But that's only thanks for the studio it was given and the hard work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this ride. I certainly did. And I hope I get to review it one more time in the near future, which probably will happen. So anyways, if you enjoy this channel and you like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Matt Crown on Anime, signing out.